The holidays are over, but maybe the bills for the holidays aren't. They're all starting to come in right now, right? Joining us today is banker turned consumer advocate Nick Clements, co-founder of MagnifyMoney.com. And Nick, you're going to help us relieve the holiday bill struggle. Good morning.
Good morning to you. I hope so.
Now, Nick, how do we go about managing our Christmas debts?
That's a great question. I mean, I think so many of us enjoyed opening our presents in December, and unfortunately all we have left to open in January is the statement. But opening the statement is a good first step, because what I recommend to people is write down your balance, and then more importantly, what is your interest rate? Because it will be a lot higher than you probably imagine. Most credit cards, 15% and higher. Most store cards, if you signed up for 10% off if you open this card at the checkout, most of those are charging 23 or 24% or higher. And just to put it in context, roughly 40% of America is going to spend over $1,000 in interest alone over the next 12 months. So in January, my advice is find a much lower interest rate offer so that you can move your high interest rate credit card debt to a low interest rate offer and save a lot of money.
Wow. So how do we find those good deals on credit cards in terms of transferring the debt?
Right. So if you come to MagnifyMoney.com, what we've done is gone out there and sort of searched the universe for some of the best deals out there. And they've actually come from some names that you wouldn't necessarily expect. So if your score is 700 or above, or even at 680, you'll probably qualify. So if you have a really good score with some debt, and that's roughly 60% of you out there, then you can find deals as low as 2.99% for 24 months from a credit union, or 0% for 24 months from a bank like Santander. And so you can come to our website and find those deals. But don't give up if your score is below 700, because it may not be a balance transfer that works for you, but it could be a personal loan. There are some new lending companies out there like Lending Club or Prosper, and they will actually give loans at much lower rates than your credit card and help you get out of debt faster. So you really just need to start with how much debt do you have, how good's your credit, and then you can find an option that'll help you save money.
Now, January is apparently the #1 month for divorce, but you're saying you should break up with your bank instead. Can you explain that?
Sure. So most people, when I ask them, how did you choose your bank to begin with, they say, well, there was a branch right nearby, or my mom or dad banked there, or I got an offer in the mail for the credit card. But the reality is we should be much savvier in the way that we go out there and choose our credit cards. And here's why. If you want to open a new credit card, they will give you an incredible welcome offer. You know, it could be 0% for up to 24 months. It's fantastic. But then in month 25 and beyond, they'll whack you with a really high interest rate. And so if you step back and think about it, that means the people who are new to the bank get the best deals, and the people who have been there for a long time end up paying for them. So what I tell people is if you've been with your bank for 3 or more years, or you've had debt in your credit card for 3 or more years, it's time to check, because there's probably a really good deal out there, and you've got to divorce from your bank and find that new honeymoon period with someone else. It's pretty easy, actually.
Now, that's a divorce that I can agree with. Thank you so much, Nick, for talking with us today. You can find out more information at MagnifyMoney.com. We'll be right back.